The Australian bushfires have revealed a mysterious structure older than the pyramids. Svetlana Akimenko, Sputnik reports, the aquatic system of the Budj-Bin cultural landscape, an elaborate series of stone-lined canals and pools crafted by ancient indigenous people of Australia. It's been long known to archaeologists and was finally added to UNESCO's World Heritage list in July of last year. The raging bushfires in Australia revealed extra sections of this ancient aquaculture system. It was built by the indigenous people in southwest Victoria, Australia, thousands of years ago. The fires that struck back in December and were brought under control just recently ripped through the state, and they burned away the thick vegetation in the area, and thus they lay bare the discovery. The Budj-Bin cultural landscape, consisting of extensive water canals and dams built by the indigenous Australians from volcanic rock, they were to trap and harvest the eels for food, and is one of the world's most extensive and oldest aquaculture systems. Gudij Mara representative Dennis Rose is a project manager at a non-profit group, the Gudij Mirring Traditional Owners Aboriginal Corporation, and he said the recent discovery revealed the system was significantly larger than they previously thought. He said, when we returned to the area, we found a channel hidden in the grass and other vegetation. It was about 82 feet in length, which was fairly substantial in size. And according to the official, new structures were now distinctly seen in the burnt landscape, resembling channels and ponds. Professor Elizabeth Grant tweets, the one good story from the bushfire crisis in Australia is that new sites of ancient indigenous occupation have been found at the Budj-Bin cultural landscape in Gudij County. It was a surprise continually finding new ones that the fire revealed, and initially the fire in the vicinity of the park was caused by lightning strike in late December. Separately, spreading the fire rapidly, it engulfed an area of about 3 square miles, according to Mark Mellington, who's the district manager of Forest Fire Management in Victoria. The firefighters and local groups, he said, joined efforts to identify cultural important sites and use low-impact techniques to replace heavy machinery when dousing the flames. The bushfires in the area did not cause the same level of devastation as in other parts of Australia, and locals hope now they will make ample use of this opportunity for further exploration in the ancient aquaculture system. Over the next few weeks, we're hoping to conduct a comprehensive cultural heritage survey to check areas that were not previously recorded. It's important because it provides a rich, substantial life for the traditional people and has continued to be an important part of our cultural life, said Gudij Mara representative. This area has long been known to archaeologists and was added to UNESCO's World Heritage list last July, constructed by the Gudij Mara people more than 6,600 years ago. So that's about 4,600 BC. Is believed to be older than the pyramids of Egypt. Budj-Bin, or Mount Eklis, is an extinct volcano near MacArthur in southwest Victoria, Australia. And the name Budj-Bin translates as high head. The peak is a scoria hill that was thrown up near a group of 3 overlapping volcanic craters that now contain Lake Surprise. Lake Surprise is in a volcanic crater, in other words, and the Budj-Bin lava flows provide the basis for the complex system of channels and dams developed by the people at that time in order to trap, store, and harvest the kuyang, that's the short-finned eel, the Anguilla australis from Lake Condah. And this aquaculture system gave them an economic and social basis for the Gudij Mara society for 6,000 years, as scientists believe, and it was a population believed to be in the thousands, and Gudij Mara was one of the several indigenous groups of people that used to reside in southern parts of what is today present-day Victoria, before the Europeans settled there. And Bujibim is believed to convincingly uproot the myth that all indigenous people were nomadic and that they were not agriculturally inclined. Well, they were. And the cultural landscape here, added to UNESCO's World Heritage last July, ending a 17-year campaign for the recognition of that. The Bujibim cultural landscape bears an exceptional testimony to the cultural traditions, the knowledge, practices, and the ingenuity of the people at that time. This is what UNESCO World Heritage Center cited. So that's amazing what they found, and I believe since it's now bare after the forest fires, the wildfires, they'll be able to find a lot more there. And as we know, Australia is one of the least populated countries in the world. Most of it is barren. It doesn't have population. So there's a lot to find out there, obviously. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.